Accept what is, not what you wish it. There is a moment in everyone's life where they realize something powerful. The heart can lie to you, but reality never does. You can feel deeply, hope endlessly, and give everything you have, but if the other person doesn't feel the same, all that energy becomes a weight pulling you down instead of lifting you up. Learning to emotionally detach begins with the strongest step of all, acceptance. Acceptance isn't weakness. Acceptance is strength without resistance. It's the willingness to face the truth even when your heart begs you to look away. Think about how many times you replayed conversations in your head, searching for hidden meaning. How many nights you stayed awake hoping they would message first. How many of your own needs you silenced in the hope that your patience would eventually be rewarded. You didn't do these things because you're foolish, you did them because you cared. But caring more than the other person doesn't make you loyal, it makes you vulnerable to disappointment. There comes a point where you must ask yourself, am I in love with this person or with the idea of them? Do I miss their presence or the attention I hoped they would give? Am I holding on to memories or ignoring the reality in front of me? The truth is simple but hard to swallow. Sometimes you're trying to build a future with someone who only gave you moments. Detachment starts when you stop negotiating with reality. You stop telling yourself, maybe if I try harder, maybe they'll change, maybe they just need time, maybe they do care, just quietly, but maybe is a dangerous place to live. You can't build emotional security on possibilities. You can't keep waiting for someone's potential to become action. You can't stay stuck in a story that the other person stopped writing a long time ago. Acceptance is the moment you stop asking, why don't they love me, and start asking, why am I giving love to someone who can't return it? When you accept that their feelings aren't aligned with yours, you release yourself from the emotional treadmill that keeps you running in place, exhausted, hopeful, hurting, repeating the same cycle without progress. And here's something powerful. Detaching doesn't require closure. You don't need their explanation to move forward. You don't need to hear their reasons to let go. You don't need their approval to reclaim your peace. Closure is something you can create yourself. How? By acknowledging that you deserve to be valued without begging for it. By recognizing that confusing behavior isn't romantic, it's disrespectful to your heart. By realizing that someone who truly wants you doesn't leave you wondering if you matter. Say it with me. I will not chase consistency. I will not romanticize mixed signals. I will not settle for almost or someday. I will accept what is not what I wish it was. When you accept reality, emotions start losing their power over you. You stop waiting for notifications that never come. You stop rereading old messages searching for hope. You stop replaying memories as proof of love that no longer exists. You begin to see the situation with clarity instead of longing. You understand that wishing doesn't change facts, and love without reciprocity is simply pain with pretty memories. Acceptance gives you back what attachment took away: your sight, your strength, your self-respect. Repeat this truth whenever your emotions try to pull you backward. I am allowed to let go of what does not nurture me. Acceptance is not giving up, it's leveling up. It's deciding that your emotional energy is too valuable to waste on someone who doesn't recognize it. The moment you accept that someone doesn't love you the way you love them, you open the door to loving yourself again fully, honestly, fearlessly, and that is where healing begins. Redirect your energy back to yourself once you accept the truth. The next phase begins, and it is powerful. You redirect your energy back to where it belongs, toward yourself. For days, maybe months, maybe even years, you poured your attention, your thoughts, your time, your dreams into someone who couldn't hold them. Your love became a bridge, and you walked across it alone. But here's the good news. The energy you gave away is not lost, it's waiting to return home. Detachment is not just about stepping away from someone. It's about stepping back into yourself. Ask yourself, what did I stop doing because I was focused on them? What goals did I delay hoping they'd be part of the future? How many times did I silence my own needs to keep them comfortable? Now, take that same love you were willing to give them and invest it in you. Start small, wake up earlier than usual, and move your body. Open a book instead of scrolling through their social media. Write your goals down instead of writing unsent messages. Spend time with people who make you feel seen, heard, valued. And remind yourself daily, I deserve effort from myself, not just from others. Your energy is powerful. It can build you or break you depending on where you direct it. When all your emotional focus revolves around one person, you shrink your world to the size of their attention. When you shift that focus inward, your world expands again. Emotional detachment grows when you create a life so full, so meaningful, that your mind has less time to replay what you've lost because it's busy discovering what you can become. Here's a truth many people avoid. You don't detach by removing someone from your heart. Overnight you detach by filling your life with purpose until there's less space for them to occupy. Pour into your passions. Strengthen your skills. Build habits that make you proud. Commit to your growth like you once committed to them. Every time you choose yourself over longing, you reclaim another piece of your identity. You don't have to pretend you never cared. You don't have to erase memories. You simply have to prioritize your future over your attachment. Remember, the gym can heal your confidence. Reading can expand your mind. Silence can rebuild your calm. Productivity can restore your pride. Creativity can reconnect you with joy. Energy redirected is energy transformed. There will be days where emotions return, days where you miss what you had or what you wished you had. That's normal, but on those days, instead of running back, run forward. Show yourself what you're capable of. Prove to yourself you can rise without the person you once thought you needed. Say it out loud. I am not losing them, I am finding myself. You win detachment not by fighting your feelings, but by building a life that gives your heart something greater to beat for. Set boundaries that protect your peace once you accept the truth. Once you redirect your energy, there is one final step to complete your emotional detachment: boundaries. Boundaries are powerful because they protect the progress you've made. They are not punishments, not coldness, not revenge, they are self-respect made visible. Boundaries say, I value my peace more than old habits. I choose clarity over confusion. I will not allow access that harms my emotional growth. You cannot detach while staying emotionally available for someone who doesn't value you. You cannot heal while revisiting the same feelings daily. You cannot move forward if you leave your heart in a place that doesn't want it. So you make decisions that protect your peace. You stop responding to messages that pull you back into doubt. You stop waiting for updates on their life. You unfollow or mute if constant reminders reopen wounds. You create space between who you were with them and who you are becoming without them. And yes, this can be uncomfortable, but temporary discomfort is better than permanent emotional exhaustion. You're not being dramatic by protecting yourself, you're being wise. Repeat this whenever guilt tries to convince you otherwise. I am allowed to distance myself from what damages my emotional health. Boundaries are not walls, they are filters. They allow love, respect, appreciation, and effort to enter, and block inconsistency, confusion, and emotional manipulation from reaching your heart again. A boundary can be as simple as, I don't chase, I don't beg, I don't wait for mixed signals. If you don't choose me, I choose myself. And once those boundaries are set, you protect them, even when emotions flare, even when memories return, even when loneliness whispers, because protecting your peace means protecting the version of yourself that is healing, and that version of you deserves loyalty more than anyone else ever did. Never forget, peace is not found in someone else, it is created within you. Detachment becomes complete when you no longer look back wishing, you no longer reopen old conversations, you no longer define yourself based on someone else's attention. You know you've detached when the thought of them doesn't control your day, when you can remember without aching, when you can care without clinging, when you can wish them well without wishing for them. That is freedom, and freedom is what your heart has been searching for all along. Say this with strength: I will not allow anyone to treat me like an option when I treat myself like a priority. Boundaries don't close your heart, they guide it. They ensure the next time you give love, it goes to someone who can give it back. They ensure your worth is never up for negotiation again. And the greatest boundary of all is this: I will never shrink myself again to be loved by someone who cannot meet me where I stand. That is where detachment becomes empowerment. You accepted reality, you redirected your energy, you built boundaries to protect your growth. That is emotional strength. You are not hard, you are not cold. You are not heartless. You are someone who finally realized your heart deserves to be valued, not drained. Your story does not end with the person who didn't love you back. Your story begins when you choose yourself. And today, you did.